between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Washington football team. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's get this. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Watch the run.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick slant to Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll go in the 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
From the gun, Jackson. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the... back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. Teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 42. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Running with Elliott. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. A handoff for Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Right here, right here. Mike's 22, Mike's 22. Here it comes, here it comes.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Stop, let's go. Mike's 22, Mike's 22. Switch up, switch up.
Gibson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now left side on the swing pass. Elliott a first down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They go play action with Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock to then get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Steps away to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Mike 52. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Jackson on 1st down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Open man right side, it's Lamb. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Check 26. Hey, check Mike.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just hard.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this to Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Big series right now. Step it up. 35.
Again, Jackson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Play to win.
A big play there on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Jackson. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Makes this Washington 34. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This is Tony Pollard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. To throw is Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Brings up second and 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Once more, Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They go play action now. Jackson going up top for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 145 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
55, Mike, got it.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Rip right, rip right.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll set up to throw. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 6-yard touchdown. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 165 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there. In this game, so far, he's been denied.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Chase Young in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down, Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards brings up 4th and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score.
Yeah. 52. What is what? 3 buzz. No, check that.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Myers for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
4 down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I got him.
He'll drop to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Scotty Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. 2nd and 11.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Get that quarterback at all costs.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
60 Eagle. Hey, here we go.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle